evening. So, we're going to have a little bit of a sing song. Last night we played in France. Can we play the same way when we take on Liverpool on Saturday? Can we have the same ethos against Liverpool in the Premier League? Can we beat Liverpool? Damn right, rise up Newcastle, prove you can do it away from home. This is the time. So go to Anfield. They won't be expecting us. Give the team a shock. When we play on Saturday, give them a shock. Many doubt Newcastle. Why you doubt? Have you not got black and white blood? I believe my heart, my faith is black and white. Did you like it? Oh. So yeah, apparently last night it happened again. We got robbed. Should have been a second penalty. And this is from watching Adam Pearson. And he was on about the fact there should have been a penalty for us, but it wasn't given. Do you know why it wasn't given? It wasn't given for a simple reason. We're just Newcastle United. That's it. And as I've said loads and loads of times, Newcastle United, rise up. Rise up when you're on the pitch. Like the song, Are You Brave Enough? Is all about. Yeah. You've got to be brave enough. Now let's see who we have in chat. We've got Inu, we've got Vivian, and we've got Daz. Evening. But yeah. Now, a couple of things. Yeah. Let's take that off. Let's take them off. Right. So, the Pete, aye. And we got Leonard in. Right. Here's a thing for you. Okay. And it's the first one of tonight. Here's the thing. Okay. Now, I am going to do my very, very, very best. Seriously. And I'm going to do my very, very best because I think it's in July, I think. But YouTube is hosting a summit in a foreign country. And YouTube wants me to go. I think it would be rude not to. Yeah. So every day I'm going to still continue my videos, but every day there's going to be a video or two that's in membership. Yeah. And what I want you to do is this. This is simple. Like one plus one makes two. Yeah. Unless you're Donald and it makes whatever number he works out. Yeah. But we're British. Yeah. So I want to go because I've been invited to Milan. So yeah. That's the target, Milan. I'm almost certain it's Milan. But I will check my email. But I've got a show, Mozzo. Now getting back to Newcastle United. Yeah. What we got? Where will you be going? It would be a summit in that country. In Milan. It would be a summit. It likes good people. It's free. Of course, it's free. Is it Inter or I don't know. I have no idea. But what I do know is this. What I do know is this: the Old Faithful, the S22 Ultra, may not go on the journey. May not. There's a reason why. You see, modern mobile phones, you have to like put a suction on the front of the face of the phone and go to change the battery. You cannot do it any other way. It's the way, they make these phones. So I might have to take the camcorder and another phone. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Corvo, when is the Italy trip? You need to start saving and growing the channel. Yeah, that's it, Corvo. Yeah, that is it. Full stop. Smash the like. Get a membership, because if you didn't get a membership, you're gonna miss out. It's just, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Yeah. The other day, I was working on a design. And when I was working on the design, I had zoomed in to 200% in the work I was doing. Intricate little patterns and all that sort of stuff. And I missed 2 meals. it was 10 o'clock at night. And I was like, oh, you're joking. So, yeah, by the time I had finished save after save after save, because that's basically how we do it with your images. Yeah, you do the save, and you know, you another thing is this. Yeah, you've got to do big folders, compress it, send it to a hard drive, and then delete it. Otherwise, your computer goes. A 3 gigahertz laptop goes to like the old style, dead slow. So what we got, Leonard. YouTube should pay Mr. G. He is essential. Well, I'm going to be getting the passport sorted out, because sort the passport out, and then it's up to you out there. Yeah, it's up to you. I want to go, and I'm going to put a lot of effort into the Mighty Magpie show. Massive amount of work into that, where might have to like enforce breaks after like 4 hours. So yeah, Daz, I'm not going. Sounds like you're very, very hard at work. The thing is, the stuff which I'm trying to do, I'm kind of swimming against the tide. The reason why is like last night, no broadband. There was a fault somewhere in the area, so no broadband, couldn't watch the match. And young Adams was the first video that popped up, apart from it being on the news. And I was like, wow. But we are still in the competition. We got to play one of two teams, and that 2 teams will take us into the last 16. But the thing I want to say is this. Ross Wilson, yeah? Now, Ross Wilson's our director of football. Has somebody locked Ross in the toilets? Anybody? Has anybody locked him in the toilets? Because I look at it this way, and I'm being honest with you all, right? Injuries to certain players, yeah? Back line, midfield, and a little bit of help up front, yeah? To help Nick Waltermaid out, to help Johan Wissa out, right? Now, it was saying in the Chronicle, because I get the emails from the Chronicle, it was saying that 200 million to spend. Last time I checked, it is the 29th of January. Ross, what are you waiting for? If you're waiting for Christmas, Ross, you've got a long wait. You know? And what you're going to understand is this, right? This is being blunt and straight like a £10 mallet, yeah? Smacking you on the toes. What you got to look at is this, yeah? Pick the phone up to whoever, like, you know, that young kid, that young Samo, right? Or that Keys Smith, or, you know, I'm sure you've got your own players, yeah? Your own list, Ross. But pick that phone up, yeah? Like this, yeah? Pick your phone up, Typical. I touch it the first time it comes on. You couldn't make that up, man. But Ross, get on the phone, yeah, and get the players in. Here's why. February and March. We get injuries in February and March. Guess what? We ain't in the Champions League next season. And all the money that Newcastle United is getting from the Champions League and, sponsorship, etc. Spend the money. Do it now. What we got? I see your TikTok channel is based on dating. No, it's not. That's Daz the Voice. Daz, you've got that, and you're at the wrong end of the stick. You're in another galaxy, actually. You see that Daz, and this is just a Daz, the Voice, yeah? Seeking You came about because a friend, I've never met this friend, never. She's a Mancunian. She lives in Manchester, yeah? And she kept getting banned. Doing this, doing that, doing the other. And, I got fed up and fed up and fed up. So I decided, do something about it. Don't just sit on your fingers. Do something about it. And I went to Bolt, Bolt.new, and Bolt turned around and said, oh, you want a dating site, quick. It had nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. Second point of that Bolt was this. You couldn't get into it. Which is like having a blazing fire with a chocolate fire guard in front of it. Do you remember that from the old days? We used to have the big fire and the surround so you didn't get too close to the fire and get burned. Remember that? Well, that was what started it off. And what I wanted to bring into that was what Mark Zuckerberg was told off for. Right, what we got? The likes, guys. Director of football has been useless. Yeah, too right. Get up to Newcastle, you could do it better. Do you know the thing is, right? Somebody had said this ages and ages ago, right? I believe in Eddie. I do believe in Eddie. But my songs, like Are You Brave Enough? The simplest core of the song is this. Who remembers, right? Recently, young Adam Pearson, right, was invited to the club, Champions League night. Yeah. He's invited to the club and they give him this, this uniform, the penny and all the rest of it. Yeah. And his hat for the Champions League, all of that. Done by Just Eat. Yeah. The big company on your mobile phone where you can order stuff. And he was talking about marching out onto the pitch to where the circle is. Yeah. So they can all pick their little ribbons up. Yeah. When the music kicks in at a certain point, they're told to pick it up and pull. Yeah. The pride that kid felt doing that. Bottle it. Yeah. Put it in a bottle. That is £1 million. Because Adam was so excited to be involved in the club. And that's what our players need to work out, man. At St James's Park, 52,300. Yeah? But there's something I've put into one of my projects, the Mighty Magpie Show. I flip the dynamic on a match day. I flip the dynamic, and there's a reason I do that. And I'll tell you in the video. Not going to tell you now. No. Right. Jeremy's here. Who was the call with? Department of Works and Pensions the other day? No. Will Adam P make a cameo in the Mighty Magpie Show? I don't know. The Mighty Magpie Show is set on a match day. That's it. It's on a match day. And I'm not going to tell you everything about the Mighty Magpie Show. No. Because somebody has decided to do a channel. And then they had the nerve. Yeah, have a look. 5 videos. Wow, 5 videos. You're taking stuff from when I'm talking on YouTube, you're taking the stuff and you're going, that's mine new. That's mine new. Guess what? It ain't. Because the more people turn around and want to rip the biscuit. See? Do you see what I just did there? Rip the biscuit. Didn't once use a profanity. Do you know why I didn't use a profanity? Me nana, God rest her soul, if she was still alive and she heard me swearing, I'd get a clip on the lug, man. I'd still be feeling the clip round the lug blooming next week. Yeah, these people, right? You know, that's a good idea. Let's nick it. What you different now, nobody knows, is this. What's in the core? Inside the core, here, yeah? Where my fingers are, yeah? See them? Yeah? You didn't know what's inside the core because the only people who actually know that is what you call the sandbox. That's where you create. Yeah? Lovable, you create, and Replit and others. When you create in that sandbox, it stays in the sandbox. It doesn't come out. Yeah? So we got you're right, Daz. You are right. Paul, you've lapsed into Geordie mode. Well, do you know what it is, right? Yeah. I was talking to people today on the bus. And, you know, the bus is getting a bit crowded. I know why. There was a bus missing. Same this afternoon. There was another bus missing. And seriously, I mean this honestly, I couldn't feel my toes. Right? So when this bus pulled up, I didn't care which way the bus was going. I got on it. And luckily, he went the short way. But I was chatting to people today, and I love doing that. I love it. I used to do it when I was working up north. You know, That's how you build stuff, man. That's at the core. It's not just someone being grumpy because, they've got nothing else better to do. I used to think of this as a challenge every single day. Coming out, going to there, going to here, going to there, going to here, come off my bait, everything normal. Doing the same second half and then bringing it back in. Do you know why? Because you're doing what you were trained to do. Yeah. Now, like I say, with Newcastle United, right? We've got a trip to Anfield. Scary place. Oh, scary. But am I scared? No. We're in the Premier League. Our bread and butter. Personally speaking, just me, just my opinion. Yeah. Personally speaking, Ross needs to do something immediately. But he's not going to do that. But he needs to do that. He needs to pick the phone up and turn around and say, right, get your backside over here. To help. To make sure we can get through the later stage group of 16, get through that group to the next one. But we've also got 2 cups coming in now. We've got the Carabao Cup against the ex-champions, which is going to be hard. It's not solid. It's hard. Like I say, Saturday, we've got Liverpool. We have to show these teams. You might have multi-millionaires through your team, but guess what? We've got grafters here. So, yeah, my hope is this. Come, 5 o'clock Saturday? My hope is this. We beat them. Yeah? I don't care who scores. Just beat them. Right, what we got? Sharon. Hi, Paul. What's wrong? Turn that ground upside down. Does the DWP know about Mighty Magpie Show? Are you going to tell them, like? Are you going to tell them, Leonard? Huh? Are you going to run to them? Huh? Quick, quick. You see, there comes a point when you got to look at stuff. Yeah? Look at people who, like, take this for instance, yeah? Now, you different now, you haven't got a clue, yeah? Whether I'm going to start here, whether I'm going to start here, whether I'm going to start here, or whether I'm going to start there. You do not have a Scooby-Doo. And that's the way this year is going to be. Do you know why? Like somebody was saying earlier, ripping the biscuit. Yeah? Now, I was looking at something the other day, a picture, and I thought, really? I was apparently reading a book to somebody, and I thought, really? You know, there's things going on planet Earth, and people are turning around and saying, you know, like, I'm reading a book to Norman, and I'm like, What? That's something you do in the school ground, man. Really, it's something you do in the school ground. I left school years ago. What we got? I think he meant that positively, Paul. He's a potential source of income. Who was that? Which one? Oh, you mean Leonard's? Leonard's about the Mighty Magpie. The thing is, I'm going to tell you all this, right? I'm going to switch the light on. Yeah? Flick. Department of Works and Pensions do not give a damn. They don't care, full stop. They never did. That's the honest truth. They never did. I spoke to somebody some time ago now. I'd gone in and I mentioned a lad. He lives in Leicester. I mentioned him. And do you know what they turned around and said to me? I almost fell off the chair. Yeah. Their words are exact words. We don't see YouTube as a job. And I nearly fell off the chair. I turned around and I went, Matt Armstrong, BMX, has now 7 million plus. And you don't class that as a job. What? The Mighty Magpie, sure, will come out, and I will put a little notice up a day or so before it goes out. And it's not coming on here. It's going on its own channel. Now, my hope is this. I've been speaking to a lot of people, yeah, who are in fear, terrified. AI's gonna nick me job, man. AI's this, AI's that, and it's the other. And I've been calming these people down. You see, well, most of you probably have got this on your mobile phone. Gemini, or you've got Google. Yeah. You ask it a question, doesn't tell you a lie, does it? Yeah. It gives you the information you want. Only problem is when you ask it something complex, that happens. It's going to cost you money. But to Leonard's question about Department of Works and Pensions, they don't care. They don't care that. And that's the honest truth. Whether you're cleaning a bog out with a little bit of a brush or sweeping the roads, they don't care. You know why? They're still getting paid at the end of the day. I learned it the hard way because I went to them with projects. Where's my stuff? Huh? That's the help. Right there. The hiding behind cushions. Scary movie. Bongo Bongo. AI won't take your job. Damn right. Bring Britain back one. I'm quite happy. What's this? I'm quite. Eh, Corvo. What? This person with the flag. I don't even understand that, to be honest. I really don't. Um, how were you going to pay the staff? How? It tells you. Open your eyes and read. It tells you. What we got? Raw dog. Glad to see the magpies are beginning to take flight. Well, one thing I'm going to tell you is, right? When I designed that Mighty Magpie show, didn't realize I was going to have to do an immense amount of work. Scripts. You got to tell each thing in your video what it's going to do. So there's something new I didn't expect. Plan. Roots. There's another. Away. There's another. He was happy with the result with PSV and isn't bothered about taking on. Oh, right. Okay. Hit the translate. Thing is, right, as I mentioned just before there, yeah, I know this. There is no help coming. There isn't. Yous all want paid. I want paid, you know. But like I say, what I'm doing and what's coming through between now and April is thick and fast. And if it means well, you notice I've got a different background. Yeah, I'm sitting on the settee. Yeah, like this. And hold on, move yourself forward. But what I wanted, I might not get. It's up to you whether I get it or not. Yeah, I'm going to continue doing videos, posting one video per day to the other channels and let them grow. Yeah. And my hope is this weekend, we go to Anfield and we beat them. Then we have, I think, is it a cup game after, and we beat gone to Anfield. Most new businesses don't make money for the first few years. Yeah. Uh, Mr. G hasn't for 8 years. Leonard, don't walk the tightrope at 1,000 foot, especially without a parachute, mate. Yeah? Retract your statement now. That's better. You think trying to do a business when there's just you doing it? Yeah? No, didn't work that way, mate. You try and build, but your foundation's got to be strong. Which is why, like I say, I'm concentrating with Geordie Nation, Seeking You, both about to have a permanent change forever. Both. And as I'd said to you just before there's no help. None. So I know I'm sailing this sea all by myself. I'm ready for it. Which is why I've done what I've done. Geordie Nation Live, yeah, it is. It should be. I'm paying for it. Yeah, you're right, Steve. From small acorns grow big trees. I wanted to do something. Not for now. No. I wanted to do something so that 15 years into the future, when I've got me Zimmer frame with rocket boosters, so I'm gliding along, not struggling along, I'm gliding along the road. I can turn around and look back and say, I built that and I built that. And nobody can take that away. Jeremy, will the Mountain Magpie show be on Seeking You? No. Unless I get the time to put it there. If it isn't, it isn't. There's only so much one person can do. That's being honest. Yeah. I ain't sugarcoating anything, because you get a little bit tired of, sugarcoating stuff. I've got things ready. Yeah. When they hit live, you see them. And my hope is this: you enjoy. I want you to enjoy the Mighty Magpie Show, because I wanted to take you down memory lane. So yeah. And some of the stuff, the features, you'll see the features for your own two eyes. There won't be your mate telling you, oh, did you see what's on there? Oh, yeah, man. You get to see it with your own two eyes. What we got? Paul, after all the help you give, Paul didn't do you feel betrayed? I don't give a rat. I don't give a rat's. Simple as that. One thing I will tell you is this: when that elusive moment happens, when behind us, just below the picture, and in between the two bits of, one's a plate and the other one's a bit of plate with something written on it. Once there's a gold badge there, there's a gold badge there. You can take that how you like it. Because I don't care. I'm not going to worry about, other YouTube channels. I'm going to focus. So whatever happens, happens. I'm just focusing on getting my little plaque, sticking it up on the wall, then going for the next plaque. to stick that on the wall next to it. So, yeah. Well, if Paul does show up in Milan, I'll have a chat to him. I'll have a chat to anybody. That's the Geordie way, man. I can't sit on a bus without chatting to the person sitting next to us. Do you know why? You learn. Simple as that. You learn from other people. You know? So if I went to Milan and I see Paul in Milan, yeah, I'll go up and speak to him. Damn right I will. He's a Geordie lad. What's this about Milan? I missed the first half. you'd have to rewind, Raw Dog. Paul's been invited to a YouTube conference. Yeah, that's it. That's one thing, which is one of the reasons why you look at it this way. Yeah, those plaques, what they give out, they don't just turn around and go, "Ooh, he looks pretty. He looks handsome. There you go. There's your badge for the wall. You've got to graft for it. You've got to work hard." Yeah. Now, back in the early days, share, spread, like, share, spread, like. Membership. Yeah. Membership. Think about it. Some people 2024, 2025 were going on about content. Yeah. I laugh. Honestly. What we got? Will City New have plaques? Nope. Paul was speaking with true Geordie passion tonight. Yeah. Geordie passion. My heart bleeds black and white. Red on Sunday. But Monday to Saturday, it's black and white. And the sooner I get this thing sorted this year, the sooner that happens, and I get transport, one place on planet Earth, I'm coming. That's home. So, yeah. There. Hey, dear me. So, I'm going to be doing at least one membership video per day. Because I want to prove to Mozzo I can do it. The other, which is the Matey Magpie Show, is editing. Something I'm on the baby steps of. Yeah. Just the baby steps. But I learn fast. And there's things that's going to happen in the Matey Magpie Show you'll have never, ever seen. Ever. That makes it different. That makes it unique. And people can copy. But you know the original. Yes, it is funny. It should have you in stitches. That's my goal. Have you in stitches, but also I want you to learn. That's why it's teaching. I'm not going to say too much because I know there's people with a writing pad sitting there going, "Oh, he's on about it again. Oh, like, yeah. We'll have to write this down." So I'm giving you note. But it is going to be funny. Yeah. I came across something, I've never ever used it before. 11 Labs. And there's actually a thing on the little box of tricks on the table for when I was going to do the live streaming, where you can have like and so you could like you can change your voice, you know. But I might use 11 Labs, mate. What else we got? Are you hiring voice actors? Not at the minute. I'm just going to see how 5 episodes do. And then those 5 episodes, if they make where I want them to make, then the hope is here on Paul Gallant 3675, we're going to be roundabout where Tyneside Life is currently. Paul, what's the best accent you can do? Geordie. Because years and years ago, I did different ones, but that was because of a trip to London. That was a long time ago. Flew in Scottish, Irish, Welsh, until my mum said, "Stop!" So I did. I obeyed. Was I considered funny at the depot? Probably because one of the staff at the depot took me up to where the stores were, where you get your uniform. And I wanted a new clip-on tie, shirts, pants, because your bus pants get wrecked. They do. They get wrecked. New boots, steel toe cappers, and there was a hat. What the old inspectors in the day, even some of the old bus drivers used to use a cap. Yeah, it was one of them, and he went, "Go on, put it on," and I did. I shouldn't have, because it went right round the depot, and then it went on to the next depot, and then back to our depot, back to the other depot. It's like, pass you the parcel. So yeah, but it is what it is. Back in when I was little, you could. most people would go upstairs, double decker, which is where my looking through that little window upstairs, wafting away the fumes. Didn't work. But yeah, so, but I did my job to the best, but it wasn't good enough. Yeah. So, right. Ooh, yeah. So hopefully, Saturday, 5 p.m. Hopefully, we're beating Liverpool, and I don't care who scores. We've got enough players capable of scoring. That's my main point. But I don't care who scores. Just beat Liverpool, and then we go to the next game. And just to round things off, when we play in the Champions League, whether it's Monaco or the other team, beat them home and away. Whatever you've got to do, Newcastle United, whatever you have to do it on the pitch. Leonard, what job do you prefer, bus driver? I loved it when I was on the buses. Loved it. Best job ever. Truly, best job ever. Do you know why? You're your own boss. You decide every day. So yeah. When you ride a bus now, do you critique the driver? Do you give them any tips? No. I just get off the bus. Thank you. I'll say thank you to every bus driver because I know how difficult it is. And certain bus drivers, I'll turn around and say, thank you very much, mate. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you on the next trip. Because I know what it's like. I've driven in conditions that you wouldn't drive in. I didn't have a choice. I had passengers on board from city centre. But we all got home safely. That's a point. Would you ever get a pet magpie? No. Why not go back to driving the bus? That's up to Circle. Yeah, that's up to Circle. They know. They've known 5 years. But that's up to Circle. So, I thank you all for coming in. And what I'll tell you all is this, just before we finish tonight. Memberships. There's videos all the way through 2026, 2027. All the way. Straight line. Like Robin Hood would pick his bow, draw his arrow. It's up to you whether you watch, learn, or you divin. What we got? Bongo. Why would you take a bus, Paul, if you're about to make millions? Being a bus driver is beneath you. Thank you. But I would say this. There's a guy, he lives in Scotland now. Brian is his name. And what Brian would do is he would go into certain places and he would turn around and speak to the staff and say, let's have a look at the sheets. Let's have a look. Ah, when's he coming in? All right, that's when he's coming in. And he'd wait in the office, and when a driver came in and turned round and went, duty number and his name, pop up there and go, come here. Tell you what, son, I'm going to take over. And he'd take his bus. That is a proper gaffer. Not who is there now. What's your opinion of YouTube auditors? I haven't got one. Not even sure what that means. You want things to be blunt and honest. Not sure. But I thank you all for coming in. There's super chats, super stickers, memberships, and more. It's all available. And we'll see. We'll see whether I get to the summit in the summer. If I get to the summit, then somebody special's going with us and they're going to be holding the camera. Just to let you know now. No. Anyway, what's Pete saying? No, if I'm going to Milan, oh no, I'm not holding the camera. Somebody else is holding the camera. And then I've got hands free. Then you can see the whole show. Yeah. But it depends on you. You want to play? I don't go. You want to wake up, smell the coffee? I might go. It's up to you. So, my hope is Saturday, 3 points, goals galore, and I want Newcastle into the last 16. Okay. Right. Thanks very much and see you all on the next live.